Hello and welcome to episode number 18. Yes, on this Let's Play Workers and Resources of the Republic here at HanniballNOR's channel. The last episode, we didn't do a whole lot. We did discuss a couple of things, and we kind of ordered up. We discussed mainly how we could have done this differently by adding in like a whole bunch of these, right? So let's say we have a carpenter workshop that is dedicated for, well, dumper wagons, one for open haul, one for, you know, I think that would have been like a better idea, because then we would only have needed, what was it? I've already forgotten the numbers. I think it was 3 different stud farms. And I mean, we don't need more than 1 worker per station, right? But I also kind of really would like to get to the point where we can experiment a little bit with farming, because we don't have any harvesters, right? We do have soho trucks. What are they called? Strong. Oh wait. Here. Sowing trucks. Plows. Yeah, there we go. We have plows, but we don't have any way of harvesting. We don't have like a combiner horse. So yeah, farming is going to be interesting. That means that all the harvesting is going to be done by hand. Yeah, we also talked about kind of setting up like a little town somewhere up here, just to get access to this one here. Would have been very nice. I also am kind of thinking, should we start thinking about rail construction? Yeah, rail construction, you say? That's more workers that we need to put in. It's expensive though. So maximum of 60 workers here. And you also gonna need to have water. So does that mean we want to have a crossover point here? We'll do that and that. So we can remove that, and then we can get you in here. All right. Like so. But it didn't mess up anything here. What is this? The horse ambulance? Yeah, they're gonna be with us for a long time. And then we're gonna have speaking of farms, there are 8 parking spaces here. And you don't need anything. Like, no water. Do you need any? No, nothing. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, train tracks. So, well, we kind of haven't planned out a lot of the train tracks. We're probably gonna have you just coming straight out here, right? For future projects, and then we'll have like a diagonal going up here. What are we building? Oh, you. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe that is something we should be planning a little bit more today. I would like to then have you here. So something like that. And then which one is the main line here? It's going to be you. And then we probably don't need more space than that. I think we'll go up here. That should give us enough space. I would think. Like so, and then here we need to have a crossing, right? Should be modern enough. And then trim away you and bring you. This is actually a little bit. Longer than I actually would have liked, but we are gonna need to have, yeah, we're probably gonna be bridging across here, because here we're gonna have quite a lot of stations, right? We are gonna have here we're definitely gonna need to have a cargo wagon, maybe something like that. Probably the smallest one here. Wasn't there? Oh, there's no point in connecting this, right? Because we have... And we also would like to have them... coming in like that. Let's say we do that. We're probably gonna need to turn off the activate, because this is just plans, right? Can you come over here? We need you to connect to that one and that one. Because it could be nice to have a little bit of a plan here. Rails for cargo. So let's say we did... Is that too far away from here? Something like that. Alright, it's gonna be a rail planning episode today. Obviously. Then you can come in here and then... You come in like that. And then we're gonna need to also have... Unloading. And there is no way of getting a road squeezed in here. Theoretically, we should be able to... get through here somehow. Would it be better to get a road through here? Is that possible? I mean... I don't actually think so. No, so a rail would be the best option to get a rail through here. Which means we're gonna need to have... If I place you here, is there any chance? I don't think there is. Unless we're gonna be... No, because then we're gonna need to have a direct connection here as well. That's the problem, isn't it? It's gonna be a nasty... It's gonna be a nasty connection here. Not gonna happen. I think that is kind of the best we can do here. I believe... Okay, I believe... Give me a second here. Can these two move away? Thank you. believe maybe if we move a little bit of this, that we should be able to make some sort of always just that little pixel that doesn't want to be where it should be, right? But this is the best way, because then we can kind of wiggle our way through here. There is a will, there is a way. Okay, let's just wait until you are out there, and then we'll have to set up a new... It's gonna be rough. Why? Okay. I think that is the best we can do. And then let's see if we can make this look a little bit better. So we probably would like to come in here. Okay, I can live with that. And then go up here and in here. That's no bueno. It's a little bit better. So we have like a little snake bend here. Double check that we're not building any of this, because we kind of need the money. Okay, so that is gravel delivery. And then we also would like to have a cement delivery. An oil delivery, and that needs to be out here. There's no way of getting a road through here, is there? I mean, if we ask very nicely. I actually don't think so, and there's no way we can get anything underneath here. So what do we actually need? We need oil deliveries. That means we're gonna have you delivering oil sorry, not oil, but bitumen in here. I mean, it doesn't need to be big. Is that what we want? Because then we can kind of just... So basically my idea here is we'll have a large rail coming down here. And then we can just have them kind of just bridge out here, right? That is kind of my idea. Just an easy solution to a potential major problem here. But I still... Wait. What do we need? We need dry bolts. There we go. Unloading. So we have this one with rail. This is so much more expensive, right? You know what? I think we'll do that. It will save us so much hassle. We're gonna have to dismantle this factory connection. That is okay, right? Then you can just notify us when you're done. And then we're gonna need to have a direct connection. Yeah, and then we're gonna need to have a rail system coming in here, and that can just be hooked up to this road, which is nice. Okay. Then I guess we'll have... Because we need room for a bridge. We're probably going to cross... we're going to use a road bridge to cross over here, I would imagine. It's a lot cheaper than building a double rail bridge. So let's say we come out here. Then I think you're just gonna continue up here. I mean, this is just a plan. Nothing is set in stone when it comes to the rails. Then you're just gonna come in here. Here. Then we have an access into the industrial area. Okay, then how do we want to connect all of this? Well, ideally just... straight in like like that. A little crisscrossing here. There's no need for us to bring this out here because this is going to be a terminal line. Then you gonna come up here. In here. And then you gonna just in here. And then we're gonna have that, which also gonna come in here. And then gonna have a station coming in here. Basically for selling, I would imagine. Selling these and the horses. For future endeavors. So we're gonna need to have a... I just gonna need to set this up first. Always forget about this. You're gonna need to start here, so you're gonna need to be moved back a little bit. Another thing we could have done, we could have set it up here. Which probably would have done us a little bit more of a favor, so we don't have to pull a... Excuse me. So then we could theoretically just have done that. Just need a little bit more space here, and then this road here is going to come out like that, then you come out like that. Now the question is, do we need any other crisscrosses and this one? I don't think so. And then here we're gonna need to have our final cargo. I think we'll have a... I think we need to have at least a double station here. You know what the worst part is? The worst part is that... that. We could do that. Right, and you in here, and here, and from here to here. And then come in here. Then something like that. Yeah, I kind of like that, but that means we also gonna need to have something here, because, you know, it could be that we're gonna have something up here, which probably is going to be the case. Yeah, and then we're probably also gonna have a delivery system here for... What do we need? We need fuel. Yeah, we need fuel. Now, did we give us enough space here for setting this up? Of course we didn't. Of course we didn't. Now, that should be more than enough. And that means we're gonna need to have... I mean, do we need fuel? No? No, we do not. But what we could have delivered here could have been... Oh, that would have been great. Maybe not. I was kind of thinking maybe here we could have like a crop delivery. But that means we're just gonna be... Well, let's focus on the underground wires, because that's kind of why we... Kind of why we wanted to have you here. So you're gonna go from here and into here. So regret this. Yeah, the conveyors has a tendency to block things underground. The game could probably be still running. And then we're just gonna have to pray. Oh, it works. Okay. So then you're gonna send bitumen down here. So we have that one, we have that one, bitumen, and then we're waiting for... means we're gonna have to waste a little bit more with regards to... Gonna have to waste this entire thing here. But I still believe it's gonna be worth the trouble. To be perfectly honest with you. Let's speed up time a little bit. What are we missing? We're missing 17 tons of concrete. Maybe we should have built the concrete factory first. Maybe. Just gonna have to do some quick little checks here and there. You know, checks and balances. How many did we have here? We did that. Then we would have had... you know, more picking up waste. At one point... There we go. Good job. All right. Wait, we don't need to move that. What am I thinking? Why was I thinking that? I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, we don't need to move that at all. Yeah, how does that want to be connected up? Alright, how OCD are we going to be about this? A little bit, I guess. like so. And then we're probably just gonna take a new thing in like that. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're not building anything super silly. Let's get you up and running. Alright folks, where is all the money at? I told you to make lots of money in my communist utopia, but for some reason everything is stuck. Custom house, road cargo. Yeah, I don't get it. Why is there so much traffic down here? Should be making tons of money. Just saying. This one we can build. Oh man, this means we're gonna need what? 8 tons of steel, 60 tons of bricks. Yeah, we probably should have done this out of the bat here. Move that back a little bit. And then we'll just make a little bridge over here. Should we do that right away? Now, what type of bridge do we want? Wooden bridge? 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, and 6. 1, 2, 3, up. How about a brick one? No. Yeah, what kind of bridge do we want to make? I mean, this needs to be a little bit longer if we want to make it right. So 2, 4, and 6. So we need to move it back one more. 2, 4, 6. Two, 4, and 6. So that is going to be bridge crossing over here. It's going to be a little bit of a longer bridge, but it should be fine. You are actually done. Okay, remember we made a whole bunch of dumper trucks? So we're gonna be telling you to go down here. We're gonna be loading up gravel, and then we would like to make sure that you come up through here to that waypoint here. Then you go to that waypoint here, which is gone. When that one went. Then you go through that waypoint, and then here you're going to be just unloading gravel. And then we're going to have to make sure you take the same way back. Unload. Go here. Go here. And then it will reset, and then it will go back up here, okay? So, what should we call this route? That's a good question. So this is Ponygrad. Aggregate. Storage. Gravel. Okay. So that means we have a gravel delivery and we do a couple of things here. I don't know how many horses we have, but we should have enough to put a couple of these in here, right? Okay, what are we building here? That's a good question. Okay, we also would like to tell... Ooh. So at the moment we are... $16 tons. I mean, we have built that one. So we're gonna need 1.2 tons plus 14 and 15, 16. So we have enough steel to build the asphalt plant. I would rather like to build the concrete plant though. But that is a story for another time, right? Let's speed up a little bit. Till we get our first gravel delivery, and then we'll tell our construction folks to pick up gravel from this storage. There we go. Then now you're gonna get gravel from here. I'll just copy that to the other ones. All right. This probably should. Continue up like that. And then, of course, this is going to be just bridging across here and connecting up to that one. Alright, we have like a little bit of a railroad plan, I think. And then you, no idea where you're going. But you're probably gonna go very far in this direction here, I would imagine. Out to about here. Just trying to think, like, because we also gonna need to have the rail construction yard, right? Oh my god. The rail construction thing. We haven't even researched yet. It's almost done though. Speaking of, are we still... I kind of feel like we're not getting a lot of... Kind of flattening out a bit here. Seemingly... we're gonna need more... police stations. Now, where would be a fitting place for a police station? Here, maybe? Maybe in here. Another police station. Problem is, if I do that, it means that you're not going to be able to... Yeah, of course you are. Yeah, we'll have the police station behind here. Find me when you're done. Okay, so what are we actually building at the moment? We're going to need to have a little bit of a idea what we're actually working on. Let's get those fixed up. There's a lot of traffic down here at the moment. And I'm also curious, are we producing more? I think we are. I think we need to throw some more these on the line here. Throw one. So we had. So where is the? We also gonna need to have a police wagon. how we are doing with crime. Yeah. A couple of cases that are... %. It's actually not too bad, but yeah, I'm glad we kind of saw that, so we could get a handle on this a little bit earlier. Don't have anybody escaping here, right? No. And is it so that we need to start thinking about building another house? Well, kinda. We kinda need to start thinking about it. So hopefully, we should be able to get the new police station into today's thumbnail. That would have been nice, right? What are you doing down here? It's a good question. All right, let's see here. For a second there, I thought we didn't have access to water. So we're missing, what, 4.8 tons of bricks? We're still, yeah, 4.8 tons of bricks we're missing. We're also missing a little bit of money. So it would be nice if we had gotten some of that into the system. I don't understand why we are so low on the money at the moment. Shouldn't be. Did you make the police wagon? Yes, you did. Let's have you go maximum speed, and then you go in here, and then you guys go in here. And then we're also gonna put some fuel in here. See if you like it. If you like it, then you need to put some fuel in it. How are we doing here? We don't actually have anybody repairing anything, so we're kind of on top of the repair business, it seems like. Speaking of repairs, how are we? Yeah, no, we're doing all right. Some good horses we have. And it's also nice to see this road here also being used now a little bit more, right? Not just everything running through the main city here. Money should be going up as soon as we're not building like half of a galaxy. Okay, so we're gonna have to think about a couple of things here. What do we want to build first? Do we, like, ideally, so you need 8 tons of asphalt. 60 tons of concrete. I think ideally we would like to build this one first. How much gravel do we have? 20 tons. We have 7.9 tons of mechanical components. You know what? Well, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna fill this up slowly. Asphalt we're gonna get down there. But remember, we also have to build this one. I actually think it's cheaper to build the asphalt plant first. We are gonna have to build this. That's 1.2 tons of steel. But yeah, I think the asphalt one is the quickest one to build first. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll build the asphalt factory first, and then we'll... Actually, I think... we'll build this one first. You can notify me when you are done. So let's see what they're doing. We managed to empty out some of the... Yep. Yeah, you just notify us when you're done. And I do think we're kind of a little bit over time. That was the new police station. So we'll, is there any horses nearby? You know what? We probably should get like a rail connection kind of thumbnail today that we kind of started thinking about the rails, if nothing else. Right? But yeah, I think that is going to be it for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, would you kindly smash that like button? There should be a subscribe button, a comment section, all the good stuff you can find underneath the video. And all interactions, they go far helping us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. So yeah, until next time, take care.